It's Virtual NAMM 2021 at Geekazine.com. Continuing coverage of NAMM 2021 Virtual, we have Shankar. Is that how you pronounce it, Shankar?
Yeah, Shankar.
And you're with
Audeze.
Audeze. I still, for some reason, I say Audeze. Every time I see it, I say Audeze, but it's Audeze. Audeze, as in Odyssey, as in the great Odyssey of having a good set of headphones. Tell people what your role is at Audeze, and of course, what product we're checking out here.
Sure. I am the co-founder and CEO of Audeze. We are a boutique headphone manufacturer based out of Orange County, California.
Okay.
We are going to talk about mostly our products LCD-1. We have a new gaming product called the Penrose, and our new Reveal Plus plugin.
Okay.
3 things.
So show us the LCD-1.
So the LCD-1 is our new, this is our LCD-1 product. It is a lightweight planar magnetic headphone. So unlike typical headphones, these have a planar magnetic driver. It has a very thin film with aluminum that has a circuit on it and moves in a magnetic field to create sound.
Okay.
And it's easy to carry. It's our mostly we are known for very big, heavy headphones, because typically planar headphones used to be heavy and bulky, but we have made these super efficient, so these would be able to, you can power them out of any headphone jack or amplifier.
Okay. And these are wired headphones or wireless headphones?
These are wired headphones. You can wire them regular or balanced, and
okay.
Yeah, it's a wired headphone.
Okay. Is it a detachable wire then?
Correct. Yeah. So
okay.
The cables, they have 2 3.5 mm connectors on the headphones, and you can connect the left and the right.
Okay. How long is the cable?
So the cable is, I think, 6 feet.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the headset. What type of drivers are inside the LCD-1?
So these are custom-made planar magnetic drivers, and you can, these are thin film drivers. They look like this. These are the drivers, and very, very thin film with aluminum etched circuit.
Okay.
Extremely neutral.
So what's the size on that?
So this is a 100 millimeter driver.
100 millimeter driver. Wow. So that should catch a lot of different frequencies. What's the range on that?
So the frequency range is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz.
Okay.
The extension is there up to 40 kilohertz, but usable is 20 kilohertz. And it's very neutral. The frequency response is, we have not boosted the bass or anything, because many people use these for mastering and mixing applications. So it's extremely neutral.
It's extremely what?
Neutral.
Neutral. Oh, okay.
So the tuning is very neutral, so you can use it for critical listening.
Okay. So you can get on the plane, you can listen, you can go in the studio and listen, you can go at home and listen. Not really meant for hooking up to your phone or anything like that. But you could. You could. Yeah.
So if you are using your iPad or iPhone or something with a small dongle, you can connect to it also.
Yeah.
It's very efficient. It will work off those. But for ideal use case, you would have a small USB dongle or something with your MacBook and your DAW.
Okay. What sets this aside from another set of professional headphones for mastering or for sound production?
So almost every headphone in this market is 99% of the headphones are cone speakers. Okay. So these have, breakup modes and non-linearities in the driver inherent in the design typically. So they are, also the diaphragms are very heavy. So the planar headphones generally have extremely thin diaphragm. For example, the diaphragm on this uses a 2-micron film. So it's extremely quick, and the impulse response is very, very clean compared to any cone speaker. So you will be able to immediately listen to these and immediately know the difference. When you are mixing and mastering you can hear every single nuance because the diaphragms are extremely lightweight. So we can reproduce every single detail that you have in the song.
So it has a better response time too?
Yes, yeah. I mean, the impulse response is extremely clean and very, very good compared to anything. So, if, for example, if you put the impulse response of this against a cone speaker, you will see that the impulse response is extremely clean.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I want to say that I've listened to your headphones because you've been in NAMM before, right?
Correct. Yeah, last
So
year.
I've had to have put those on, something from Odyssey on before, but that sounds. I'd love to hear that sound on that. So, what is it available now?
We are shipping. We have been shipping these headphones. We are putting more focus on these things because a lot of people are working from home now, so there's a lot of demand. So we are trying to catch up with the demand as more and more people are using these things at home, and many, we are making them as fast as we can.
Okay. And what's the price point on that?
$399.
$399. Okay. You had another set of headphones you were going to talk about too?
No, this one, and then I was going to talk about the plugins.
That's right. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have a set of plugins, Reveal and Reveal Plus. So one of the, for people who are using mastering at home and stuff, it's always a challenge to see how it would translate to a studio. Mm-hmm. Right, especially a set of speakers, because when you have a set of speakers, the sound hits your shoulder, neck, ear, the pinna, the concha. So this transformation is called the HRTF. So typically, when people have tried to emulate a room, they usually take a dummy head like a Neumann KU100 or something, and they put it in a studio and try to see how it would sound, or they would get the reverbs of the studio and try to simulate it. But it's never very accurate because everybody's pinna and concha is different and their HRTF is different. And this is what determines how you perceive sound. So the HRTF of every single person is unique. So what we did was we have been working with a company called Embody in Bay Area. So what we did with them is we have created a room, like a simulation environment, so you can see how the song that you're mastering would sound in a particular room. So we have gone and measured several rooms: Warren Hart Studio in LA, Carlos Digas's room in Eagle Rock, and several studios in the plugin. But what we do is we do three things. One is we measure the speaker, so you can select individual speakers in a particular room. We also measure the room and the reflections of the room. And the third thing is we allow you to take a picture of your ear. So from this, using machine learning, we can estimate your personalized HRTF, the head related transfer function. So we combine all three, so we can see, we can give you an experience of how it would sound for you in the particular room with your own custom HRTF. So this is something that we supply so that you can check how it would sound. By next month, we will also introduce several new rooms, like even cars, for example, how it would sound in a particular car, like a Tesla or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, definitely would like to hear, because I always think of room when I do any type of mixing, I think of rooms and their reverberance and stuff like that. I never thought of a car because it's usually always a dead sound. But I suppose different vehicles have different sounds as well.
So our goal is to give, we are not trying to recreate the sound. We are trying to recreate the environment so you can see how your song would sound in that environment. Because many people listen to in cars and stuff. So we want people who are mixing, so they can quickly check, hey, this is how it would sound in Studio A. This is how it will sound in Studio B. This is how it'll sound in a car, for example. So you can see how the same song sounds in different environment.
Okay. So I'm assuming you have an app for iPhone, Android as well?
So these are plugins. So basically, we have the VST AAX plugin. So depending upon whether you're using Pro Tools or Logic, or you can download them and put them on your master bus. So you can see, enable and disable it.
Okay.
There is an app for iPhone and Android that allows you to take the picture of your ear and uses machine learning. That app is there as well.
Got it. Okay. Well, speaking of iPhone and Android, do you have settings for that type of scenario? I suppose it's more about the headphones in that case rather than the device itself.
Yes. So we are not emulating other headphones at this point. That would, that's something that if customers want, we can do.
Okay. But it's more about the environment than anything. So.
Our goal is to see how it, what would it sound in a typical living room, for example, or a car, things like that.
You don't have anything like Winchester Cathedral or, big areas or
not yet. We are thinking of adding them. So our goal is, because this is also relatively new, especially the personalization aspect of it, we are also getting feedback from customers to see, is this really useful for them and can they actually use it? We will add more and more rooms. We do have in the rooms, we do have a big auditorium-like room, just like a scoring room, actually.
Okay. So would I use this plugin with your LCD-1 or your sets of headphones, or would I use it with my own stereo speakers? And if so, do I then tell the plugin what speakers I have to make the difference? Or
no, it's actually you can use any of our headphones. So we only provide it for our headphones because we need to make sure that the headphones are extremely neutral. So every headphone, irrespective of our headphone or other company headphones, there will always be some non-linearities in the response. So we correct for that in the plugin as well. So when you load the plugin, you will have to choose which model of the headphone you have.
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. You have to, if you have all the Audeze, I can't even say that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Audeze headphones, and you put on one set, you have to set it for that headphone. And if you change headphones, you have to change that. Okay. Correct. And then different sounds.
And you can actually select which room so first you select the headphone, then you select the room, then you select what speakers you want in the room. For example, if you go to a studio, they might have a far field monitor, a near field monitor. So you can select which speaker you have, and then you have the room, and then you can see how much of the room you want. For example, you can even adjust the ambience a little bit. So do you get too much reflections or less reflections in the room?
Okay.
And then you select your personal HRTF.
Okay.
So
okay.
So
that's wild. So it's a plugin.
Correct.
So I'm assuming it's for Mac and PC.
It's Mac PC.
So it's also a 64-bit plugin.
Correct.
Okay.
It typically works in most DOS. It's a very simple install. The only complicated portion is to import your personal HRTF, because once you take the picture, the image goes to the cloud, where we analyze it with thousands of data points to see, use machine learning to extract your personalized HRTF.
Okay. So yeah, if you're listening to music and your friend is standing right there and say, "Hey, listen to this," they're going to have to do their ear mapping program first before they can really hear what you're hearing.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to experience the same room, so you can store up to 5 different profiles in the plugin.
Oh, okay.
Switch between them quickly.
Does it offer multiple person? If I split the audio, so more than one person listens, it would have to be the same set of headphones, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So we don't have multiple use cases right now, because our use case is more where people are working from home. So you send your stuff to somebody else, they can listen to it at their home and do their checks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, whenever I was in the studio, it's like, you always had the second set of headphones, so you could listen in what they're listening to. That's where I was going with that. But you're absolutely right. You're not like us. We're not even in the same room. We're having a conversation. So you're going to have to trust what you hear and as what would be correct. So is there a price point on this app, or?
Yeah, it's $199.
$199, and do they download it right from the app stores?
So you can download it from the website, and you can actually try it for free. It works for 15 days, and then you can purchase it if it works for you. And it's a very simple install. The apps are free for taking the pictures and stuff. That's trivial. The plugin itself is $199.
Okay. if I used another set of headphones other than yours, I'm assuming there's no support on that, but it can be done, right?
Yes, you can do it. You just have to select a neutral curve, and then probably to get the best experience, you would have to EQ the headphones before it hits a plugin so that it is neutral. But
okay.
There is you can definitely use other headphones if you want.
Okay, so you download the plugin for the 15 days, and then if everything works, then you can get headset and you can get the plugin, and then you have a full system for your for whatever program, whatever song or video that you're working on. So
exactly, yeah.
All right. Well, where do people go for more info? And all this stuff is out, right? You can get
all of this is out. You can download it today. You can go to our website, Audeze.com. The headphones are also available on Amazon.
And that's AUDEZE, Audeze.com.
Yes, AUDEZE.com.
Okay. Sankar, thank you very much for your time. It's an ear-opening revelation of learning how rooms work and different sounds there. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks a lot for watching this video by Geekazine. If you're over on geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Until next time, you guys geek out and take care.